Waminjika, Wurundjeri, Biak. Welcome to Wurundjeri country. My name is Dave Wandon and I'm an elder of the Wurundjeri Wurrung Tribal Land Council, and I'm here today to give you a welcome to country. I pay my respects to my ancestors and my elders, both past and present, for the knowledge that they have been able to pass down to me that I can pass on to my children and my grandchildren, but also to all other people who call Wurundjeri land home. I pay my respects to all other Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. We pay our respects to Bunjil, the wedge-tailed eagle, our creator, who gave us the law of the land. It is only by caring for country that we can learn how to care for each other. And when we talk about reconciliation action plans, that's exactly what we mean. Because whatever we give to the land, it will return back to us threefold. So please, everybody, learn to care for country. Learn to walk country together alongside with other Aboriginal people. It is only by healing country that we can heal ourselves as people and truly call ourselves Australians. Waminjika, Wurundjeri, Biak. Thank you for your time.
Everyone in our city deserves to be culturally connected, safe and empowered. This is our 5th Reconciliation Action Plan, and I think there are really important elements from my perspective. The first one is the incorporation of truth-telling, because until we properly acknowledge, explore and really resolve our past, it's very difficult for us to be able to move forward together. And there's a lot of value, no matter how difficult it's going to be, how confronting some of those conversations will be. There's enormous value in us going through a truth-telling process.
Local government is so important when it comes to reconciliation. Really, they're the grassroots level of government. They're the closest to community. They're the ones with connections to people. And they can have such an influence when it comes to thinking about place. You know, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, it's about place, it's your country, where you're from, who's your mob. One of the things that I'm really excited about is how the City of Melbourne is thinking about caring for country. Often when we think of caring for country, it's about remote Australia and regional Australia. We don't often think about it in our urban spaces. And I think it's really exciting that they're taking the principles from caring to country, but applying it with the local traditional owners and thinking about what does that mean in a city and an urban landscape.
One of the initiatives that I'm most excited about in this current Reconciliation Action Plan is the iterative and reflective steps they're taking to what can we do within the plan that makes the plan doable. The city understands that it governs with First Peoples, not at or for First Peoples. What City of Melbourne's trajectory is not worrying about what gets done to Aboriginal people or how do we measure success of closing a gap, but what's the City of Melbourne's responsibility in acting as a sovereign in a sovereign relationship with sovereign peoples.
I can be proud about who I am. You know, it's now that I can actually say I'm Aboriginal. When I grew up in Queensland, you know, if you identified as Aboriginal, you know, straight away the racism. And so it's one of those things you wouldn't want to identify as an Aboriginal person, or you state that you're an Aboriginal person. But now I can be proud, front and centre, and telling everyone else, yes, I am a First Peoples person of this country. Well, one of the highlights of our Reconciliation Week that we had this year was the 10 pieces of Aboriginal artwork around the different parks of the CBD by Dixon Patton.
For me, reconciliation is about working hand in hand with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to address inequality, racism, and also right past wrongs.
Reconciliation means to me the true action around how we're going to go about healing the differences between non-Aboriginal Australians and Aboriginal Australians. And I think there's a real opportunity now to bring that together into a real coordinated action plan. And I'm really excited to be a part of that because at its heart, it is deliberative and it is integrated and it is exciting.
you.